It would be remiss of me in the current climate not to mention the novel coronavirus, which has forced businesses to review their whole security postures, whether it be the physical security environment or the cyber security environment. For example, how do we maintain the security of our teams remotely, both from a physical point of view with devices deployed in now people's homes, and also from a cybersecurity point of view as to how do we deploy patches to these computers.
There's a lot of people working remotely, working from home. A lot of my clients work with classified materials and classified information. People's homes are not built as secure facilities. They don't have proper storage facilities. They don't have proper areas to discuss, have secure discussions.
The other part that comes to light now is the standard business physical security. People have a paradigm of their own business as to what they think is important. They look at things from a customer point of view. So that means they can look at the front lighting, they can look at, is it tidy and well maintained, and they don't think of back of house areas. So another very current security issue is helping adjust the perception with organizations to understand that people with good intentions look at a premises in a different way than people with bad intentions. And so they need to pay equal attention to their back of house areas to make sure that they're well maintained, well lit, so there's some actual visual deterrent there around their premises.
In relation to COVID-19, what I fear that we can expect in the coming months or a year is things similar to what we saw in 2011 with the Arab Spring, where social media brought people out with a united type of anger. I think we can see more of those happening in places we didn't think they may happen, because there are going to be many unemployed and frustrated people around, and we have a platform that is able to unite them, so they won't stay at home and be frustrated. They'll be at home, look at Facebook, Instagram, look at Twitter together in order to channel their anger against governments, against large corporates, against organizations who are going to gain from COVID-19 rather than suffer from it.
From a security perspective, the latest issues and current focal points are definitely like around social media and electronic security would probably be one of the first ones that I'd mention. People are, unfortunately, because they're keen for sharing their information experience and using online communications and platforms for staying in contact, they've been unaware of elements in their background. So to give you some example, there'll be, aside from some of the standard ones that people put up with, hey, I've just got my license, and here's a photo of my license, by the way, with my car and my rego in the background. The other part is now people are putting photos of their home office setup, and in the background they've got details of their home bills and accounts and rates and a range of other things. So that's definitely everything that goes along with that. So from the working from home, the social media and electronic security elements are definitely a key focal point at the moment.
I would say cybersecurity and protecting my digital identity. Those are the things that I would say is very important, especially with the internet today, where a lot of things are done remotely. So that would be probably what my highest concern is.
I think that what I see the latest key issues being when it comes to security is the identification of, again, the threat context, who we're standing against, who our opponent is. And here there is a bit of a change. The widespread of social media has transformed the way we look at who our opponent is in recent years dramatically. I think it's a game changer. In the past, when we needed to protect, when we looked at security and we looked at what the threat is, when it came to terrorism, we looked at significant organizations such as Al-Qaeda and Jamaat Islamiyah. Social media today creates a platform which is very difficult to deal with or to identify prior. Basically created a widespread lone wolf types of attacks. That's both for terrorism. We see that in hate attacks, where the social media platforms not only allow spreading the hate and sending potential attackers out to the field to attack, but we've seen them also as a platform as advertising the attacks and creating some level of encouragement. So for us, that is very significant.
A lot of emphasis, given some overseas experience, was around hostile vehicle mitigation measures. And whilst I feel that we've probably coming out of a little bit of that time, that doesn't necessarily mean we shouldn't retain our focus on something as critical as that. In my experience, we've also dealt with a lot of security around crowd behaviour to a relevant code that has seen flares thrown, has seen fights within the stand because of certain tribalism, sharpened coins thrown onto the field, railway detonators, the list goes on. But those things are generally about management measures. And to be honest, that particular code and with those management measures, we've seen those sort of behaviours reduce over time. And then certainly, in my experience, if I go back to it, the emphasis on hostile vehicle mitigation measures. And in my experience, we've invested significant funds in that area. And I'm glad we have.